Sex. Now that I have your attention, today's story does pertain to that, so don't go anywhere. You're going to get what you came for when you click to watch this video. Wisconsin Chancellor fired over porn films, sues in hopes of teaching again. Now, these kinds of stories, I'm just fascinated by these stories because I remember when this story first surfaced, like this guy and his wife, they're actively performing with adult stars, that they're producing porn, and the university said, "Oh my gosh, we can't have this. You've got Joe, you got to go." And now he's back. He's suing. Let's get into this story. A former University of Wisconsin-La Crosse chancellor fired over his involvement in the adult entertainment industry filed a federal lawsuit Monday in hopes of getting reinstated as a professor at the campus. Could you imagine if this guy, if they let him come back and continue his sideline, which sidelines are important, everyone. I just, something like this, if you want to keep your job as a teacher, you might not want to do anything like this. Joe Gow's story has garnered national attention both for the salaciousness of a high-profile university official making porno and publicly talking about it, and for the questions it raises about speech rights, free speech rights. That's going to be important. It's going to be interesting to see what the courts say about this. Universities of Wisconsin spokesperson Mark Pitch declined to comment on the lawsuit, saying only that the system doesn't comment on pending litigation. All right, so here, just to sum things up, he was removed in December 23 after learning through an anonymous complaint that he and his wife, they have discussed sexual issues and their sexy, healthy cooking YouTube videos, created and starred in online pornographic videos, and published 2 ebooks under pseudonyms about how porn enriches their relationship. So they're all in. They're all into that sideline, that lifestyle. And then it was found out he had a backup position at UW-La Crosse as a tenure communications professor, but then interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan placed him on paid leave after he was fired as chancellor, preventing him from sliding into that spot. Okay, so there's no soft landing here, so he loses both jobs. The Regents formally terminated his professorship this past September after university attorneys argued that Gow acted unethically, violated terms of his contract, and damaged the school's reputation. Gow has never apologized for producing pornography and has made no promises that he won't do it again. This guy is something else. Although he told the Associated Press that he and his wife haven't produced their sexy, healthy cooking YouTube shows since the summer of 23. It has been a very expensive hobby, and we're satisfied with what we've produced, Gow said. But if someone else offered to make a video, we would be open to that conversation. So at the end of the day, he's arguing that in his lawsuit that his free speech rights were violated because he wants to get his teaching job back. So this is going to be interesting to see what the court says. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this. So I want to hear what are your opinions on this? I mean, there are definitely multiple schools of thought on this. Many would say, hey, no, you're representative of the school, and so we just can't have this. But then there are, I'm sure there are those of you out there who probably wouldn't want to put it to state it publicly, that you kind of see where he's coming from, and that he's on his free time. He's not using school computer or cameras to produce this content. What's the big deal? And so that's what I find interesting about these court cases that ultimately make their way up to the Supreme Court, but because the Supreme Court, they have the final say on these things, and often when issues come up similar to things that the Supreme Court have decided, we go back to that case. So perhaps this is something that may make its way up to the Supreme Court, because at the end of the day, he's arguing that he should just have his teaching job back. He's not arguing for the other administrative position. He just wants his teaching job back. So we shall see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.